Blast, music247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
I love and hate everything about this.
Perfect.
Like that.
All righty. Well, good evening, everyone. It is another Tuesday night right here on Power Up International. And hey, I'm excited tonight. We got a great show. We'll get into the guests, but got your normal misfits. It's myself, GOOB, EBTCH, Freak, Dizzy, and DRay. Family, how are you guys doing?
Doing
Good. Awesome. Good.
You doing okay? Yep.
We're here.
Present. So tonight we have my friend Chad all the way from Australia. How you doing, Chad?
Hi, I'm great. It's morning here, so I'm maybe more energetic. I don't know.
That part. Got it. Well,
I like how all the internationals are in a row.
oh, valid point. I did not see that isolation. I did not see that. We don't discriminate here at Powers Up International, but that's just the way everything formulates. Oh man. So first and foremost, do us a favor, Chad. Tell us a little bit about you and give us your they call it elevator speech as far as End of Amber. Tell us about that.
Yeah, sure. End of Ember is a violent, gory, and hilarious roguelike shooter about a little girl who goes to hell.
Sign me up.
Yeah. Right?
Right,
you want to buy it now?
I'm sold right there.
I told you, every time I've seen it, it's been weird and I need it.
Yeah, it's like we go for weird. We're really like leaning into that. Actually, our creative director or like art warlock design dude, Dan McGuinness, who can't be here at the moment because he's working in his comic shop. So this guy owns a comic shop and he does the art. You can see the art style there.
Cool.
Dan's like very much like, we're just going to do what we want to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. And he draws, he's an illustrator and draws kids books, comics, and illustrates children's books for a living. And he's like, this is like his release. He's like, I'm going to draw the goriest, grossest, most offensive, shocking things I can think of that's going to raise eyebrows.
So that's definitely
off. Yeah. It's a risky strategy, but it pays off.
Have y'all seen the video for it?
Well, I do have it. I'm going to go ahead and cue it for us so we all can check it out. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Because my man is on a cell phone, this is the way we play it so you can also hear the audio.
Sorry.
So let's
Thank you.
check it out.
Nergal beherit Hashian Nepon.
Oh my god. I was not prepared.
That's the experience.
I need it.
I told
Need
you.
it now.
I told you. It's weird and I need it.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hey, Shamika, where's the holy oil at?
You have no idea how many times I've watched that video.
I really feel my soul has been compromised.
Good. That's the plan.
I was getting serious. Like, it was
for
like
years,
it was
DRay,
Binding
and
of
that was
Isaac,
the
but
line we
colored.
finally found.
I like how I haven't ruined him, but that did. That did.
I think the pimple wound did it for me.
Really, not the dick coming out of the wall.
That was censored.
only
That was
assume
supposed to be
that,
censored.
we all
How
knew
could
what
you tell
that
what that was?
We all
That
knew what
was-
that was.
Everybody knew what that was.
So I'll pick up on that. That's yes, that was a dick, and
I would never have gone there.
and it's got all glass embedded in it and blood coming out and shit like
Oh,
that.
wow.
So like it's a bit serious. And there's also another. You can get all these pickups, right? All these items, and Dan's just going nuts on what these item pickups are. And one of them is gonorrhea, which fires a flaming dick that sets your enemies on fire.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute. Wait.
You
No,
read
no.
that correctly.
Wait.
Don't ask it. Don't
Wait.
ask it.
Wait. I got a Bible around here somewhere. Give me a second.
DRay, go eat a gummy.
Freak, it looked pretty Binding of Isaac-y.
I saw exactly what I was
Yes.
thinking. It's a very
Yeah,
Isaac
I was getting
inspiration
like
there.
those, like the Isaac Cult of the Lamb vibes there, which I love. I'm loving those kinds of games right now. So like, when is that coming out?
Oh, look, you're gonna have to wait. So we're gonna keep you
I'm not
keen
good
for
at
a while.
waiting.
No.
Oh, sorry. How's
You have
2
no
years?
idea how many
Sam?
times I've watched that video.
But we are planning on having a demo available in about a year, October next year.
Okay.
Here's the story. The thing about it is that trailer is all taken from the prototype. So if you want to play something, there is a prototype on itch.io. If you look up Bad Plan Studios or End November, you can play the prototype. It's a little bit jank. There's some frame rate issues and stuff like that. But what we had to do is after the prototype, we had to go back and we had to start rebuilding the project from the very beginning because the whole prototype most of the prototype was put together by Dan on his own, and we didn't have a programmer. And so the code is like terrible. The art is great.
I'm already downloading.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
I'm already downloading.
So we're now-
download button.
Kent just said she'd play it.
Brilliant.
I
Which means
did.
she would actually use her gaming laptop to game.
Okay, look.
Yeah.
I have
Oh, I should say,
Fancy.
I hope you have a controller because it only works in controller at the moment.
I do. But I
Yes.
have
good.
taken a
We
very
are
strong
controller
stance
people.
against this.
All
Why
right.
not both?
The other thing,
But I would.
the other thing is that we don't have an easy restart button. So you may need to, like, if you die, you may need to task manage, close, and then reboot it. That's the other thing.
We're good at that stuff
So-
here.
Yeah.
These are all
So
beginning steps to greatness, so it's all good.
Well, I think
yeah, and
it
we
looks-
are now building it properly. We're building it properly. So we've got a programmer, a really good programmer, Eli, who's on the team now, and he's building out the systems properly with, making it as reducing dependencies and making it as, as decoupled as possible and as scalable as possible. So we really want to be able to get everything that we want in the game. The prototype was perfect though, because it's like Dan testing out his ideas and seeing what he wants in the game. So now Eli can build it because Dan really knows what he wants. So
Chad, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but given the climate of the United States, this game is going to easily sell 1 billion.
oh, really?
Yeah.
It's gonna.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. We could help you out.
Oh, yeah. No.
I am so sorry. You're going to finally be in the upper tax bracket. I don't know what the tax bracket is in Australia, but I'm pretty sure you're going to have a lot of loot.
You'll be able to own a
Pass
whole
around.
herd of kangaroos.
Yeah,
Now,
Live.
Chad,
lots of dingoes. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, DRay. Chad, I want to definitely throw Blast to assist you with some independent music because I appreciate what you guys drop, but we have some amazing artists. I know you don't
That
know
would
this.
be really smart.
I know you don't know
Goopy
this, but
Booty's not in there, I'm
Blast
gonna be mad.
Blast is a
Goopy
company
Booty.
that we created 4 years ago to help independent artists gain exposure. And in
Right.
that exposure, film, whatever, Video games is also another option. We actually know a guy that's got a Grammy for doing music for video games.
Wow. Yeah.
And he's really good.
Is that Omega?
But
That is Omega.
yeah.
that is Omega. Yeah.
I knew a thing.
Fantastic.
But in this case, we like Danny's an actual music producer and he does all the music that we rock with. So he's a good guy.
Oh, cool.
We actually do know independent heavy metal bands and so on. So
Great.
like I said, we could do you guys good.
Okay, so I do
That's
have
fantastic.
a question. I do have a question because you are, to my knowledge, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, because you normally will anyway. This is the first actual game developer we have interviewed. Is that not correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at
Cool.
us moving up in the world.
Yeah, really. So here's the thing. What in developing this game, what would you say is your biggest challenge? What is the biggest hurdle that you have either overcome or you're still in the process of overcoming?
Yeah, this will depend on who you ask, but because I'm the producer, like business guy, I can kind of easily say
We got plenty, my
that
friend.
the
Sorry, go ahead.
challenge is, the challenge is, I think, discoverability. So a lot of people say marketing, but actually a subset of that is a thing called discoverability. So I don't know if you know, but the number of games that are released on Steam every day is about 35. So every single day there's 35 games released on Steam. So if you can imagine it from a developer's point of view, you spend 2 or 3 or 7 years making a game and then you release it on Steam. And that day you release your game, there's 34 other games. And then the next day there's 35 more games. So like the market is like saturated. And like you guys know this, right? Like, there are so many games out there. There's, everyone's got a pile of shame. There are too many games that anyone ever has time to play. So when you're making a game, the problem, in my perspective, is it doesn't matter how good the game is, doesn't matter how cool it is or how hype it is or whatever. Like if people just don't hear about it, the algorithm will favor things that are already getting traction. People are already talking about Space Marine or Tarkov or whatever, and it's just really hard to get your game out in front of people. So it's actually people getting eyeballs on your game is the hardest thing, and then once you have that, then the quality of the game then has a chance to shine. But you can have a really great game that no one ever sees because you just don't have the marketing and discoverability strategy. So that's the hardest thing for us.
I'm absolutely putting this game everywhere.
So to
thank you.
answer, I'm sorry, real quick, to answer Fistful of Steel, yes, we have plenty of samples. You can go to our website, which is Blast Music 247, spelled out numbers 247.com, and you can check all the artists. You could actually sign up as a fan as well to have access to many other things there, because we have, I don't know how many artists we have right now. It's over 100 and it's constantly growing. So let me ask you this, Chad. And I agree with DRay. This is awesome to have a game developer because we're really going into unknown territory as far as questions. What does a game developer like to play? Like in your case, I know you're the producer. What do you like to play on your spare time?
The last game I picked up is actually Astro Boy. On the PS5, because I've got a kid, she's 5, and she's just learning to play video games, and Astrobot, not boy, Astrobot. Astrobot's playroom was like the
we knew what you meant.
So that's the last thing we picked up. I'm also playing Baldur's Gate 3 with my wife because she just loves fantasy games, and
good game.
To be honest, I like it, but sometimes I hate it. But I'm lucky enough to have a wife who wants to play video games with me. So
very
I'm
much
just
so.
going to enjoy that. I'm going to enjoy that. But if I had my choice, if my family was out of the room and I had a couple of hours, I'd play Helldivers 2. That's my jam at the moment.
We actually just spent a bunch of time this afternoon. We played for a few hours with that big update that just came out today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How is it? Tell me about it.
We are loving the update. Dave, I don't know. Do you play with the Quasar cannon at all?
I have, yeah. Yep. Is that buffed?
They buffed it.
Oh,
Oh, because
Right.
I really needed it.
So
Well
they buffed
done.
a lot of the guns. They buffed a lot of the guns, and they nerfed a lot of like the big enemy armor. They're just trying to bounce a little bit. They brought back the fire.
Oh,
Like the damage that
flamethrower.
fire
The-
will do.
Yes.
The armor penetration of it particularly,
Mhm.
and they buffed the radius of damage on the 500
Yeah.
kilo. That's what I'm
They
happy
did. You got to watch out now
Yeah.
when you're playing with Freaky likes to drop those.
You had
Yeah.
to watch out when you were playing with Freak, anyways.
You know.
Yeah.
No, after Dizzy's performance the other day, I think she has now taken the title.
Oh.
of the killer.
That
Remember,
was
I told you
beautiful.
for
The-
every
the
team
orbital-
I give you $1 in Steam credit.
It was amazing.
That orbital napalm strike was amazing.
It was
Oh, yeah.
chef's
She
kiss.
destroyed her whole team.
The whole team. My husband was
I was
very
there.
freak of
He
you.
was cackling. It was amazing.
Great,
It's very
great
freaky
game.
of you.
So, I mean, I just love it because it's that PvE experience. It's that squad based. It's so fun. But then the only other one that I'll go back to again and again is Doom 2016. That's just like my favorite game of all time. So, and that's a huge inspiration on End of Ember as well. It's one of Dan's favorite games as well. It's just the push forward design and just the music and the hype is just so good.
Oh, and here she goes.
I did a thing.
Yeah,
She did it.
there we go.
Hey, look
Dizzy's
at
in
you.
there.
She figured it out.
Right. Yeah, look at
I
that.
figured
Okay,
she
yeah,
was
there's a calendar. See what's on our calendar for today.
My birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do this while we talk. Check it out and let people see it.
Okay, so while she's doing that, I have another question.
Yeah.
We have been talking about the streaming of games and how the industry is moving from ownership to basically access. Are you feeling any pressure to deliver a game that can be streamed on multiple platforms as opposed to having one that is just in a tangible DVD or whatever medium?
Yeah. So there's two questions there. One is about publication and format, game format, and there's very little in indie. There's very little push towards physical. It's just pretty much not possible. The bar for entry on Steam, especially, but other digital platforms, is just so low that we're not. I've never even really seriously considered a digital release because there's distribution and all of that is really complicated. We're definitely do need to be thinking about streamers though. So when you're developing a game, it goes back to that discoverability piece. The single best way for a game to be discoverable is what Dizzy's doing right now, is actually showing people how to play it, because
I would
old
stream
school
that
marketing
all day.
is
every day.
push
gonna have a
is push
connection
marketing.
with this game.
Oh
yeah.
no, I would stream that all day, every day.
So
Is
use
it-
your right joystick, Diz. Use your right joystick to shoot. It's a twin stick shooter. This is one thing that we.
All right.
That is cool.
Grab your stick.
Yeah, there you go. And hold it down. There's no ammo. Hold it down and just blast the hell out of shit.
Map it. Yeah, I was sitting
That's
here. I
the
was trying to use, because I've got the Elite controller and I've got these paddles, and I was trying to hit the one that I mapped for the joystick, and I was like, I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah. So one thing that people struggle with is if they haven't played twin stick shooters, they struggle a bit with that, and you just need to do a lot of shooting. Yeah, that's your melee. That's a chainsaw. So you have a chainsaw that is a gun.
This is
A chainsaw
so
that shoots
close.
That is very Doom, and
Yeah,
I'm here
right.
for it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Dizzy,
So to go back
is it
to
like playable for me?
Well, this why?
I mean,
I
I
don't
literally
want
just turned it on. You know what I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, but like I
There
can't
you go.
see. I
shoot,
can't see that.
shoot.
How do you not?
Diamonds.
Put your glasses on. How many times do I have to tell you can't see something? Put your
I'm
glasses
playing
on.
too much Helldivers. I just tried to stim.
It's like talking to a child.
Get him, Dizzy. Fuck him up.
Ah. That's why you don't give me a chainsaw.
It's a lot
So
of
to go back to the question.
Yeah.
Go back to the question about streaming. There is you really do need to be thinking about making a game that is performative, that looks fun to play, that people can play and have a good time. And
Love that.
Love
sorry,
it.
Dizzy.
Love that.
Wow.
quit like a jabroni.
Oh, I'm gonna have to download it just for that.
Oh damn, I hate that game.
So
you said
that's one of the great moments, like
Sorry.
when we were making the game, and I was like, oh, that's a bit edgy, and we've been at public events, and like when someone's about to die, people are walking past with their kids, and we're kind of like, no, don't want the kids to see this. And I was like, oh, I don't know, but people love that moment because you have this tension of, I'm about to die, oh, I died, and then they see that, and it's just so entertaining. So that's very much the vibe of the game.
Another giant dick with glasses. My kids cannot watch.
Oh
this game.
damn! I already forgot about that.
Clowns!
Yeah. Shoot, yeah, explodey clowns. This is sports day.
Shoot him, Dizzy.
How much do you
So,
hate sports day?
I don't have unlimited ammo.
Yes, you do.
You do. Yeah, you totally do. Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't listening to. I heard you.
I heard that,
Hold
and
to
I
shoot. Okay.
don't hear anything.
Hold to shoot. I could do that.
Yeah, just lots of shooting, and it becomes a lot easier when you do that. And your melee is actually like a backup; it has a knockback and all that sort of thing. But those splody clowns will hurt you. So yeah, someone mentioned, I think it was Dizzy mentioned before, Cult of the Lamb. And Cult of the Lamb is a really streamable game. It's one of the reasons it did so well. But the real reason it did really well is they had Twitch integration, so streamers would play on Twitch.
Integrations. Yeah.
Right, and it gets the community in, and that's what really exploded that. And we have friends at Massive Monster. They're an Australian studio, you probably know. So we know one of the programmers, and so we have some insight into the project. And it's a great game.
Dizzy,
So you using the chainsaw?
you're supposed to shoot, Dizzy.
Okay.
DRay looks traumatized.
So right now, see, I
I
don't know if
want
it's my controller. Maybe I'm not good enough, but I am clicking it.
To walk
She's probably got to
with
unmap
me.
those buttons in
Yeah,
your actual.
I probably have to go
on the PC.
I can do that later. Right now, I'm just running
I
around.
want to see DRay playing this with his wife sitting next to him.
Watch till she's sitting there with holy water, like just sprinkling it on him.
So you want me to play this game with my minister wife?
Yes.
Yes, I very much do. I do.
You know it.
Stream it.
On Twitch,
So
we can watch her just
Oh man, I
exercise
love
you on the
every
spot.
part of that.
Hey, you remember that
actually, I've
scene
got a
in
question.
The scene in the what was it? The Exorcist. The power of Christ compels you.
Tells you. Yeah. So can I ask you, DRay, like this is like a genuine question because this is like a potential block or something. Is it like for you with your faith? Is it like a do you get the humor, or is it kind of like I don't want to play this, I don't want to show this to my friends? It's kind of a bit too
You've
DRay
obviously
has
never seen any
dark,
of the AI
twisted,
images
dirty
that
humor.
Zane has
Okay, so
created.
Don't you worry.
So first and foremost, what you have to understand is my code name in Blast is Sinister Bastard. So that's my code name. However,
right.
I do live in an area in the United States which is called the Bible Belt, which, in the southeast of the United States, is really religious, really straight-laced. So a game like this will be problematic for some people, but will also make it that much more popular when people say you shouldn't play it.
Oh yeah.
And they're going to go play it anyway.
Yeah.
As soon as somebody tells everybody not to play it, they're gonna immediately go do it because, and also we live in the Bible Belt, but I mean we are not religious.
We're in
And
the Bible Belt. We're just
DRay.
we're
in the Bible Belt. Yes, we are.
Yeah, Texas, and Oklahoma.
Texas.
That's the Bible Belt.
Yeah.
Northern Texas.
No, I've been here longer than you.
Wow, that's really not much
So-
of a belt. Are we the belt buckle?
I don't remember.
The buckle notch.
You're in the Bible
There he is.
testicles.
Oh,
the
jeez.
vesticles.
So real quick, Fistful of Steel asked, have you guys thought about Twitch integration for your game, Chad? Or is it more of a stretch goal?
Yeah, I would say at the moment stretch goal. Definitely something that we want to do and would be super cool. I mean, it's the kind of thing that could work with the game where, you walk into a room, you have enemies that spawn in, and if, there's half a dozen enemies, if they're all tagged with your follower's name, then that could be kind of fun. It doesn't it's not as natural as it is for Cult of the Lamb, because Cult of the Lamb, you got this community thing and you're building this community and you're looking after them and there's a lot of interaction and all that sort of thing. So it's not quite as perfect as it was for Cult of the Lamb. We haven't looked at it yet. A couple of challenges. One of them is that there's a technical piece in it. So there's a programming piece and Twitch integration and systems talking to systems. So that's hard. I do know a guy who may be able to do that. But one of the things is we have no money as well. So there's the three of us. Me.
Join the club.
Wait, what are they shooting
Right.
at?
It's
I think
gotta
it's
be
intestine.
it's gotta
Okay.
be expensive on its own to start all of that and get it out there. But
Yeah.
honestly, like, I would put that game everywhere and then some. I mean, I posted our podcast on 2,
This fits our
4,
dark
5,
humor.
6 different different places.
This fits the dark humor mold to a T.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I put
Yeah.
I put our podcast on 6 different places just an hour before, and I posted that you were coming on, and I would play this game everywhere it let me because like it's the best thing I've ever seen. It's so weird and I need it.
Thank you. Like that is so like this kind of feedback like is so sustaining. It helps so much. It gives us so much
Right.
energy because it makes us realize that we are doing something that people want to play. What I should say is that we have a big marketing beat or a big moment coming up in October where we're launching our Steam page. So eBitch, I'm definitely going to hit you up to wishlist us on Steam and tell people about it, and then ask people to tell people about it because that's people don't realize, but for one of the big challenges for game devs is like this discoverability, this visibility piece, and people being able to see your game. But like just wishlisting a game on Steam makes a huge difference because the algorithm will rank you based on how many wishlists you have, right? And if you don't have any wishlists, Steam goes, no one likes this game, no one's going to follow it, we're not going to put it forward. But if you start building wish lists and you start getting spikes, then the algorithm goes, hey, people like this game, it's like to sell more. You know, Valve's going to make more money, everyone's going to make more money, and it'll push it up and make it more visible. So really that thing, the number one thing you can do for any game or you know, as you know, musicians, any creatives that are struggling in this like really crowded market is to, you don't even have to buy their stuff. You just share their stuff and just wish list them. And like,
I will force all of us to do that. And if I forget to give you my contact information, you can get it. I just have a blast email you can get from Troy. Because
I'll do that.
The odds of me forgetting are very high. But
I'll put Troy on my list to do a blast when we have the Steam launch on October the 10th, and he can let you all know. And if you can, that kind of support will be huge. And what I love about you folks is that you're international, so there's multiple markets. You know, we've got a lot of people in, not a lot, but some people in our hometown who know about it. But getting it out and seeding it out in different places is the thing we really want to. We really want to try and get this into Japan. We reckon the Japanese market would love it. Yeah.
That is.
There we go. Freaks in.
Oh, this would be big. This would be big.
Go download it eventually.
Those dudes are weird.
You know, the weirder games do go over really well there.
Dizzy.
There you go, Dizzy.
I'll get out of there. I'll get out of there.
Take it head on, Dizzy.
Sorry.
Take it head on.
That has such multiple meanings, Goob.
You know exactly how I meant it.
Yes,
so I'll tell you what.
Interpret it.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Blast Starter Spotlight.
Oh wow, it's already here.
What we do, Chad, is every podcast we do. I think there's about roughly 20 different podcasts that we have here at Blast, and each one of them we like to showcase the artists that register with us. And tonight, this is a band that we love a lot. Shout out to my man Tim Steinruck and the Mighty One.
Oh,
this one is Darker Side of Me, so let's check it out.
Is this the bad one? Is this one I can't win?
There's a place I sometimes go where it's raining, mist and cold, far away from peaceful light and warm. But I hold it, I embrace. Dark cloud shadows cross my face, Viking anger and a lust for more. And you reflect that part of me, and in your eyes I see the darker side of me. Side is always near. It walks beside me like a silent friend. A place to go, release my pain. To hold it in would be insane. Kiss the morning, but embrace the night. You reflect the part of me, and in your eyes I see. You reflect that part of me, and in your eyes I see. I'm falling to the night. Falling, I'm falling to the
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So that was Tim Steinruck and the Mighty One with Darker Side of Me. And if you are an independent artist or a spoken word poet or up and coming comedian looking for some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register for free. But Blast is also looking for the fans. So if you're a fan of great music, you can also go to blastmusic247.com, register as an unlimited fan, and have access to hundreds of independent music. Blast, we are constantly changing the industry one artist at a time. All righty, we are back here with Chad and the gang. What did you think about that song, Chad?
Oh, it was great. You know, like it speaks to me, the whole Viking thing, because I've got, hang on, there we go. I've got my daughter's name is an Old Norse name, Sigrun. And actually my wife is at home writing a book about Viking women right now. She's a scholar of the Viking age, and she writes books about Viking women. So the first book is already out. I'll do a plug for that if you don't mind. If you look up Viking Women by Lisa Hannett, it's like she's an academic, so she has really strong background in the sagas and like really academic knowledge of it, but she's a creative writer as well. So she's like imagining the story of these Viking women who haven't been told, their stories haven't been told very much. So you know, that whole Viking thing, I'm totally into. It's great.
Awesome. Well, shout out to Miss Lisa. Hey, let's get that book sold for her, y'all. So real quick, Freak.
Yep.
What is the verdict of the game? Are you feeling it?
I'm loving it so far.
All right.
Shooting garden gnomes?
Wait, I have a thing before we get too far, derailed.
You did.
Is Dizzy talking?
Yeah, I saw her mouth move.
She's there.
She's too busy shooting stuff.
Also, Tim is
You're
on our,
muted, Dizzy, when you get a chance.
Blaster podcast a lot.
My bad.
Tim is on our Blaster podcast a lot, and like he does really good interviews because he knows the scene and he knows a lot of people to talk to and bring in. But he's also like a really good artist, and DRay did a great job on the whole video in general and just editing it all up. Like it just is so good all together. But Tim is a great artist, and he does a lot of interviews on our Blaster podcast too.
Yep.
On Friday nights. I'm done.
Is
How do I save Keanu Reeves?
Are you? Hey, wait, is that Keanu?
That's Keanu Reeves.
Save him!
Yeah.
Save him!
So Freak here is in the
Wait,
Freak's in the mutator for
figured it out.
upgrades there.
Right.
So here's where you spend your hatred for upgrades before you're going to go and meet the boss.
What the
Freak got
heck?
to the boss. That's cool.
Now I do a lot of angry nerding. I could use some like rewards for my hatred.
What the heck part of the body is freaking?
Yes.
One thing
You
I
know
know
damn
it
good
has
well.
ultra wide spots, so I'm pretty happy already.
You know damn good and well.
Well, I've made a mess.
Are you shooting garden gnomes?
I haven't even
I'm ice cream cones.
Ice cream cones?
Yeah. Cornettos. In Australia, we have an ice cream cone called a cornetto, and that's what.
Yeah, I know what they are.
Like
They're
a drumstick.
Yeah, I was like, here we call them the drumstick.
That's a big
Drumstick,
box.
same sort of thing.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh,
What the
Freak
heck?
is parasite imposter, right?
Does that say fetid larva wet nurse?
Oh, this is. Oh,
there
geez.
you go. Here's the boss. Freaks at the boss. This
You
is
know
rad.
what you read.
I think maybe I shouldn't have come here so early.
I like how it's putting like actual holes and stuff on the
No,
boss.
Freak,
model.
do it.
Oh,
Die.
Yes.
oh,
Okay, yeah. Since you mentioned that, like Dan's developed a whole gore system, like a whole system for when you shoot enemies, layers come off and you can see parts of their body
I'm
and
gonna
gore
cover
underneath.
this up. This isn't safe. This isn't safe for our stream right here.
It's a birthday party. What's wrong with that?
There's something behind me which is not. Get out of here.
Hey Dizzy, go down, go back into the room and go down and shoot the birthday cake from above. So go up and yeah.
Oh, this is such a setup.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
this is
Man,
not going
It
to end
should
well.
work. Oh yeah, I think it's open.
Tornadoes might be
I think it's
messing it up. 'Cause
Is
I
there
see
a heart there?
Yeah, I do see a heart there.
There's a beating heart inside the birthday cake. Just for you.
Of course, there's a beating heart inside the birthday cake.
Because they baked it with love.
Freak, are you winning?
Kind of, I think. Kind of focused.
See, Freak's focusing. I clearly am not.
Yeah, Freak's phase 2. You're up to phase 2 of the enemy. You're doing well, mate.
Wow.
Got this.
Okay,
But
well,
I'm really liking this. Like,
okay. I got a question real quick while they're playing it. What kind of an ego boost is it for you as a producer that you got two hardcore gamers that have just really taken to the game like they gotta have it?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
got to do something to like
Oh,
you know motivate you, right?
I'm flattered.
Yeah,
you
it's
called me a
super
hardcore
motivating.
gamer.
I mean, speaking of ego boost, yeah. I mean, it's a little bit hard because it's still. I know the person who, if he's tuning in or will watch on recording, I know the person who's going to love that, and that's Dan, because it's kind of his game, it's his creative vision. So he gets a massive buzz out of people's reaction from his art, and
I bet.
and that reaction is what really drives him and gives him heaps of like. Drive and passion and more enthusiasm and all that sort of stuff. For me, you know what it's like being a producer, DRay. It's like you're like part of the project, but you're kind of putting it together and you're kind of part of the art, but not as well. So for me, it's much more like, wow, we've got an audience. Oh, I'm excited about that. There's an audience. There's people who want to play it. You know what I mean?
Okay. So this is producer to producer, and you don't have to answer this. Just blink once for yes and blink twice for no. Do you ever sit back and go, "Oh God, I can't do this. I shouldn't be a part of this at all."
Wait a minute, I have seen the things you have sent me. There's not a single moment where you have thought, I can't do this.
No, you never thought, could I do this?
Stay out of my business. This is me interviewing our guest.
That man just never thought,
you leave my personal business out of this.
Rick, did you win?
So I have a
yeah, I
question.
think I beat it.
Because this
Disney
game is
lost.
an alpha and it's obviously it's not out for full release. It's not on Steam. You don't even have a Steam page yet or anything. So, like a few of us here, we do stream on Twitch. Is this something we would be allowed to stream right now, or not?
Well, I mean, it's really a question for you, right? Because like our concern is, and to be honest, we've had this discussion in the studio, and I think yes, I feel like we should put it out, but Dan's got very high standards. You can see the quality of his art, and he wants it to be
beautiful.
like
It feels smooth.
good
like, it
enough.
Feels good.
Well, I mean, yeah, and he's worried that streamers are going to play it and it's going to look bad and they're not going to enjoy it and they're going to kind of downgrade it and it's going to make the project look bad. So I would say having played this, if you want to stream it, I would love you to do that especially on October the 10th when we launch the Steam page. And what we can do is, Steam has a thing, I'm not sure how it works, but I'll figure it out, where you can connect streamers as broadcasters. So if you stream it, it'll become broadcast live on our Steam page, which is really helpful for us. And it also helps you kind of get more exposure as a streamer as well.
I will break out my Twitch that I've never streamed on, and I will stream it.
Wait, I feel like, okay, this is like the majority of the point where I can jump in, because as a digital artist, I'm literally working on stuff. I am such a perfectionist, and I hate, like, even the stuff that I do that I'm like, okay, you know what? That's the final product. I love it. Let's send it out. Everybody else loves it. I always find something to hate. So, like, that need to have it be perfect when it goes out is always going to be there. Whether, whether it's in the beginning stage or the end stage, it's always going to be there. But putting it out, especially something this good, is always worth it, especially when it's that good. Because I mean, I'd stream the hell out of it. I put it on my calendar to tell all of us, words are hard, to tell all of us to remember on October 10th to get it and start streaming it, because I would stream the hell out of that every single day.
Well, thank you. I mean, that's great. And I think, I mean, the great thing about Dan is that I work with a lot of artists, so I'm an educator in games business as well, and a producer, and I know that artists have this perfectionism, and most game developers, most humans have an imposter syndrome. I think that's DRay, goes back to your question. There's this imposter syndrome and all that. The great thing about Dan and the great thing about working with Dan is that, yes, he wants things to be good. He wants them to be as good as they can be, but he also ships them, right? He doesn't agonize over things for weeks, and he doesn't procrastinate, and he doesn't hold back. He makes it as good as he can make it today, and he's like, but then he also has to get it out because he wants that feedback. He wants it to be out in the world and then get on to the next thing, right? So that's the important piece, is like being able to ship, being able to put it out there, and I think he just wants the game to be like really playable and really high quality. And
can you put the comment up?
Yeah.
Apparently, someone says I'm not a perfectionist.
Okay.
I guess somebody is checking in.
And hold on.
Camo.
And only a perfectionist would say I'm not.
I'm not a perfectionist. Like, it's an artist thing in general, because like, even if you're not a perfectionist, it's got to look perfect before you put it out to the world, because you don't want, you want that positive feedback constantly. It's just human to need that positive feedback. I mean, no matter what you do.
You do
digging
need
the
that.
old screensavers on these computers.
Why are you blowing them up?
Yeah.
Being
Oh my
teleported back in time here.
Right. I mean, those details, Dan's really big on those details. Like there's another There's another computer room you can go in that's got Wolfenstein or Doom 3D in there. But shout out to Camo there. I think I know this guy. This is one of my crew. This is Cameron, and you can check him out, Camo Oz, on itch.io. And Cameron did a thing last year where he did a project called 12 in 12, where he created and published 12 video games in 12 months. And that's like wild, so he really practiced this, making it good and then shipping. So shout out to Cam and their game Deadbeat Wizard. You should go and Google Deadbeat Wizard now and wishlist that on Steam, because that's like an isometric 3D cartoony comic book Diablo style thing. It's a lot of fun. So check out Deadbeat Wizard as well.
I definitely want to keep tabs with you guys, because we have a lot of projects that we plan on unfolding as the future goes, and having a business relationship with you guys is definitely what Blast would like to do. Because
and you should definitely come back when it goes.
Thank you.
Our platform is here to help.
Yeah.
I'll play.
Hey, you know what we can do?
I'm loving this game.
Deadbeat Wizard has been wishlisted.
And look, and if you need a chaplain that somebody can help you.
I don't think
my soul needs.
I don't think your wife's supposed to handle this game.
I don't think she's ready.
My soul needs saving.
You need the Pope.
Hey, look. That's why I started laughing. I was like, she'd have never got past the pentagram.
Not ready.
She'd have never got past the pentagram. She'd have been like, nope, that's it. They're all going to hell.
Yeah, it is a block, but it's like, I don't know, maybe I don't know. If there's more people who want to play it because they're being told not to, than people who don't want to play it because of the pentagrams, then
okay, no.
You're gonna get all the super judgy, uptight, caring type people that I can't individually say Christians, because between Troy and DRay, I've met the best kinds. Between them and my mom, I've met the best kinds. But you're going to get those super uptight and judgy people that are going to immediately try and say, no, this isn't a good game. And you just have to push through that for a few days before everybody sees what they're talking about, and then immediately puts it out there and says it's the best thing in the world.
Well, thank you for that, E. You know what this game reminds me of, though? Y'all remember that game Plants vs. Zombies?
I love Plants vs. Zombies.
Just had it a couple weeks ago.
This is
Crazy Earl was my first crush.
Yeah. I could have went the rest of my life without knowing that. Thank you for that. But I'm the derailer. But yeah. But this game seems like that on crack and speed and fentanyl and coke.
I want to pop an edible.
It's just a more extreme Binding of Isaac.
Look, okay, I don't know any of those games, but I can tell you that this is the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
It is definitely scratching my Binding of Isaac.
I need to have some tiger blood in place.
Look,
you're playing a FIFA. You're playing a FIFA.
Dizzy's got to the boss. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
That was some Hellraiser shit right there.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And so one of the things that we have is lots of Easter eggs, lots of references to games. So I don't know if you found the Exorcist room. Close your eyes for that, DRay. There's an alien room with a chest burster.
I did find that I've died a lot of times, so I've seen a lot of rooms now.
Dizzy, check this out. That little area that you're on at the moment, this is wild, right? Dan got that little pentagram is actually a photo from the internet of a dude who burnt a pentagram into his skin. And Dan took it and put it in the game.
That looks
You've immortalized that man's worst moment.
Oh, I love that.
Wait, Dizzy.
Dizzy, go back.
Creepy womb.
Yeah. This is the mutator. Get an upgrade. Step in there. Yeah, it'll suck you up. Yeah, here we go. Watch out.
DRay's face.
Men everywhere are wondering. I wonder what it feels like.
What is it?
You gotta put don't put your dick in here warning.
More power! All right.
More power.
That's how that works, right?
And just like that, she'll die instantly.
Ye of little faith.
Yeah, I could play that game forever. Like that would have to be my go-to. Like at least a few times a day.
You mean only at night?
Well, thank you.
You're asleep?
Okay, look.
All right, all right. While
You don't let
they're
me play
talking,
Cyberpunk during the day.
That is very true. Also, that was a personal decision that you made. This was not Tarkov.
while they're having that discussion, Chad, look,
No.
I've been in
It's for me.
situations where we've tried to market something without a lot of money, and I can tell you, what is happening right now will be the best way to market this game.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Oh, I'm already taking video from this and posting it on all of our channels. I mean, I posted just
do that. I've been making
warning
goofy
that Ethan's
faces.
going to be here on 6 Places.
We'll have
Have
shorts.
everywhere.
We'll have shorts on next week of this
Right.
podcast.
And then
thank you.
Faces in.
And like really, really honest and truly, and I don't know what your opinions are on recreational substances, but a 420 version of this game.
Oh my god, that was
That's
so
what I
hard.
was saying. Is
Hey,
I want
it
to
will-
pop an edible
I mean,
and then play this again.
I mean, like think about like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, where everybody
Yeah.
knows the cues. Do a 420 version of
Really?
this with different cues
Yeah.
that everybody would know.
Yeah, all right. That's in the backlog. We're going to put that on our Trello. That's definitely something
Yeah.
we'll build in. Great idea.
But-
Yeah, you
Well,
need
yeah.
a flamethrower that's titled the 420 Blaze It.
That would
Ah.
just like those tiny little Easter eggs would immediately sell it to.
I have noticed some really cute Easter eggs so far. As the Lisa needs braces is one of the items I
Oh, is
picked
that
up.
in
Yes.
there?
The Simpsons deep
Needs
cut.
braces.
That
Dental plan.
that really looks like
Dental
something they saw in my last colonoscopy. What?
Then you.
It is.
need
That's
to
what-
talk
yeah.
more.
that was on the dark web, DRay. We put it in the game.
I'm going to sue you for reproducing Herbie. Nobody
We'll
gave
give you a cut. We'll give you a cut.
Nobody-
It's fine. It's fine.
nobody gave you permission to reproduce Herbie. That was me between me and my colon.
They stole my paper.
Wait. Hold on. Shamika, I was just kidding. I promise.
Busted.
I was just kidding.
I can only imagine she's
So-
over there just like this.
I have seen that look on her face, and it's my favorite thing every time.
Come here.
She's just doing the.
Don't change your face.
Wait, DRay.
Keep
All right.
the same face that
So
you
right
got.
now, I'm stuck with this. You fucked it on here, but I can play in the background. So I have to play like this now.
Oh, yeah. You're still in engine.
It won't let me go. Have another go. I gotta do it like this.
I think that's what you get for fucking so
Professional
bad.
mode.
So it's
And my
it's
gun
gone
isn't
janky. Yes and no.
That's part
Wow.
of the endearment of it.
Okay, I have to say though,
Yes.
for like an alpha test that's just still, not there, that you were warning already, like we were gonna have some issues with it.
Yeah.
That lasted a lot longer
Hey,
than I
it
thought
runs
it would.
better than
It
Starfield.
Yeah.
runs pretty well, to be fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that lasted a
Better
lot
than
longer than I
Starfield.
thought it would before its first issue, especially for
Repeat it like
something that's
this.
just
Thank you.
getting out there.
I believe in you, Dizzy.
And
You know, we did have we had someone do a let's play of it, and like it was the first time anyone did a let's play.
No, I'm
and we were like,
stuck
oh
in the
yeah,
mud."
cool, fantastic. And they didn't have controller, so they were trying to play it with mouse and keyboard, and it half works on mouse and keyboard. You can't shoot, so they played for like 13 minutes, and they're just rolling and rolling and rolling, and it was like, oh man, this is not making
You know,
the game
I
look
love
great.
that.
You guys have given us redemption. Thank you.
no, like seriously, this could be a really good party game. I could see
Yeah.
people playing this all night.
Oh
You
yeah.
are not wrong.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I'd be too scared to sleep
Maybe
after.
watch it.
Hey, call some of my chaplain friends. It's like, hey, we may need your services.
Somebody's gonna need to come cleanse my house.
The Wolfsbane.
I'm gonna go try it as soon as we.
Bring a.
Oh my god! The first game you're gonna play on the gaming PC.
You know, I have stood strong on that.
Yeah, she refuses to use her PC to game
because I bought it for art.
No. Who bought it?
I bought my card.
Well, I
to
made
go to
him
work,
buy
but
it
I still take
for
it to the liquor store.
You know, we can do both.
No, shut up, freak! You're not helping.
Goo.
What? Yes.
We all know that she has you under control.
Thank you, freak.
So really, she did buy it.
This girl has a sticker
touches my
problem.
fun parts, though.
I
You
happen
know what?
to notice in her calendar.
Hey,
She has
that's your cheat code, Goo.
therapy.
Hey, freak! Can you
Hey,
give
wait a minute, wait.
Hey.
Goo.
books.
Up,
Yeah.
up, down, left, right, up, down.
Spin
That
the
one's for you,
joystick.
DRay.
Spin the joystick. Yeah.
Oh
That
my
one
god,
was
is
for
that
you.
the Rock in that lame photo?
It's still there.
That's Dwayne Johnson in that fucking turtleneck and chain and jeans.
Oh my god!
Mm-hmm.
Make her bigger so I can see it.
I really can't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
And
also
head.
behind your head.
Style
Isn't
boy.
there a way to like make her screen the main screen?
There is.
I don't think
But he's
any
busy
of us
working.
want that.
I didn't even know Dizzy's face was still on the screen until you mentioned it. Like, that's how small everything is.
I can make it bigger, but then people couldn't see the game.
I'm just so into the game itself. Like, even if like
All right,
I can't read it,
I'm
but
gonna
I'm very
beat
much
some
into
people
it.
with a brick.
No, not just an Enio brick, a riot brick.
The riot
Well,
brick.
of course, it's got to be a riot brick. You have to be ready to throw it.
So
Thou
this is
shalt not cast
in
the first stone.
the first brick.
He's
This
trying
is
to
in-
eat. Are you
This is how I
trying to
actually-
kill him?
Yes.
This is how
Yes,
I
I am.
actually walk through parties right here.
Oh wait, I can make the screen bigger.
Oh, and look at this. This is the mum part. This is the
Yeah, I'm gonna
yeah,
get
does
more
she
people
really
on the
say
dance
hold
floor.
on
This is my birthday
guys?
party. People need to dance.
Oh,
We're
Get on there.
57 minutes in, and I
Oh,
just realized I could make the
here's-
screen bigger.
here's the thing, Dizzy. It's not actually your birthday party. This is your neglectful parents just partying on without you. That's
Oh, jeez.
Hold on to your
So,
dicks, guys.
accidentally had a party on my birthday. Like, task failed successfully. Like,
I,
Let's throw you into the fountain. Yeah.
That
I
feels very
promise you.
personal to me.
Yeah, do you feel attacked?
I do feel very
this your
personally
life?
attacked.
Was that Penny on the dance floor?
You know what?
You know
Her
what?
Corner,
We can send you a picture of her
her corner got
hooker ass
popular.
mom, and we could change Mama to be Penny.
Oh my
Let's
god, I
see
would
here.
pay you to do that. Look, her corner was just, very
got it.
popular on my
What's this?
birthday.
crowd control.
Everybody had a party.
Control 5 shotguns
That's a
for
different
10
podcast.
seconds.
Everybody had
Good
a
one.
party.
Oh, I want to try that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, DRay, I got a question, mate. How long have you been producing for?
Oh gosh.
60 years.
Yeah, just about.
Not
Oh,
60.
Baby has no hope.
That's a lot of guns.
About over 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
And do you still have that? Do you still have that kind of like feeling like you're half in the project, that producer mindset, that kind of imposter syndrome thing?
You
I know.
can never look at anything the same again. You can't just look at things just for the enjoyment. You're breaking it down forever now. Like when I listen to a song, I'm always listening to the chord progressions. I'm listening to the backgrounds, listening to how it's recorded, what they did. I can try to pick up the synth. All of those questions that the average person, like I drive my wife nuts. It's like, I'll listen to something. I was like, ooh, I bet you they use a Phantom S and they have like a delay on such and such and whatever. And my wife would look at me like, I don't care. I just like it.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with multimedia. It's the same thing with this. I'm pretty sure you're looking at the game and you see people are actually enjoying it and they're not just blowing smoke. But in your mind, you're going through a mental checklist going, okay, I can improve that. We can improve that. We can build on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's,
That
Yeah,
still
where's
goes
the-
back
yeah,
to the perfectionism. Like it's gonna be there no matter what.
Well, here's
Even
the
if
thing.
people love it.
Here's the thing that I learned though, and I want to pass this on to you
Yeah,
guys.
baby.
There is what is called the 40-70 rule. That when you're doing something or trying to accomplish something, you need to know at
I
least
blew myself up.
from zero. Good for you. From 0 to at least 40% of it, and you shouldn't know more than 70%, because anytime that you're trying to achieve anything over 70%, you suffer from what is called analysis paralysis, and you will never get anything done because you're going to always chase perfectionism. And there's an old saying that goes, great art is never finished, it's always abandoned. And so you have to tell yourself when to stop.
Yeah. There's also, you call it the law of diminishing returns. So you get to a point where productivity starts to level out, and you go, when is my productivity starting to level out? Okay, abandon it, ship it, and then get on to the next thing.
Exactly, because like right now, you're probably looking at that going, "Oh, I forgot to put somebody forgot to put a shadow on a certain part of the screen that I guarantee you nobody here even saw it, but you."
Yeah.
So yeah,
The number of things I've refused to post because I've looked at them too long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's something a little bit different with games, and the reason we went back to square one with this game, it sounds like taking a step back, and it's actually been quite hard for the team because proper programming is slow and all that sort of thing. The problem with the game is that it looks fine, but under the hood, the code is all spaghetti code, and when you don't have a strong code base, you try to build something on it. And you try to build something on it, and it breaks other things. So, like the music analogy might be, for example, you've got a band together, right? And you've got like a repertoire. You've got like 10 songs that you can play, right? And it's all fine. But if you add another musician in there, suddenly it doesn't work, and what you originally had just breaks and doesn't work. So you almost have to reform the band. You have to go back and build the foundation again properly, with the idea that you may have an orchestra or more players in there. So that's what we've had to do, and it's going really well. Our program is amazing. Him and programmer and the artist Dan and Eli are working really well together, collaborating really well, and figuring out still a lot of storming, forming, norming stuff. They're figuring out how each other works, putting together communication channels and figuring out the collaboration. But we're getting there, so it's good, and we're hoping to have this demo remade in around February, April next year, so that we'll be at this state again with the new project, which will then be scalable.
Yeah, because that synergy, you can't get that synergy anywhere. You have to it has to really be there, and because there's no plugin for that.
Nancy.
Ren is so mean.
So even though everyone in here is my friend, I'm not going to quote unquote assign them to keep the buzz going for you. So
no, we're definitely going to do it. You don't have to
at the end of the show,
this game has got to be everywhere.
Right. At the end of the show, they'll definitely give you all the information. You guys swap info, so we get that going.
Yeah.
What you got to say, DRay?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, Chad. Yeah, be sure to hang around. But everybody watching, thank you for tuning in. This is an example of someone that's making an idea happen and birthing an idea. So shout out to them. Shout out to the team, and good luck to them. Love what I've seen so far, even though Jesus might not be pleased.
I think it's also like a thing of just you're promoting it really well. I mean, the words you've used to describe it have helped describe it exactly perfectly, and it's weird and it's crazy, and I love it and I need it. But you've gotten it to the right people, at the right time. I mean, in a month, it's going to be out on Steam, right?
No, he said he was launching the Steam page in a month.
Okay, so in a month, we can go out on Steam and we can all wishlist it, and we can all get ready to play it, and we can play it on the. Can you repeat the website that they're playing it on right now?
itch.io is where you'll download the.
Okay,
the
yeah.
I have a doll.
And I mean, you've done such a good job of promoting it that I need it immediately. Like as soon as we close this show out, I'm gonna go play it. But you got them playing it, stopping their other games to go play it because of how well you did it.
I have been listening. Just so you know, I haven't been ignoring everyone. I've been listening. Oh my God, there's a lot.
Hey, look, it's a very valuable. You're doing a super valuable thing. You're showing the game. It's the best thing we can have. So, thank you so much for having us in the conversation and getting the word out. We really appreciate it.
Not a problem. So, forgive me, paying bills. So
shame on you.
before we take off, I wanted to show you guys something. I know most of us being gamers experience this issue a lot. So let's check this out real quick before we bounce.
Every time.
That just makes you want to just run up and just stab him.
Oh no.
It's my life.
Oh, that was great.
That's hilarious.
That is the biggest frustration ever.
Oh,
I felt his pain.
Big time. Yes, indeed. So, Chad, what would you like to say to the people before we head out, bud?
Look, thank you so much for showing any interest and playing the game and loving it. We're going to bring you more. Hit us up. Look out for us we're on Facebook, Instagram, X, just end of November. And our YouTube channel has a whole bunch of devlogs. You'll be able to learn more about the team and learn more about the game on our YouTube channel. And really anything you can do to share, like, comment, support, and wishlist us on Steam in about a month. We love it. Just love the love. So thank you.
All right. Thank you again for, chopping in. I'm glad it wasn't too late or early for you that, this is a
Perfect.
good time. It works. DRay, what would you like to say before we head out, brother?
Follow your dreams because you never know where they will lead you. Peace.
Love that. And before we say free.
Not today! Oh, it ended too soon.
Who didn't get slapped?
Oh no,
Yeah,
that's a different one.
Wait, can we get
Slap is always outro.
Yeah.
You do that, you say that every time, but we always ask early every time for the
Gotcha. No worries.
Because everybody loves the booty cheeks.
Give the people what they want.
So, Freak, what do you got to say before we head out, buddy?
Just definitely go wishlist this game. Keep an eye on it. It looks fantastic. And as always, be kind to yourselves.
Awesome. Dizzy, what would you like to share before we head out?
Definitely go wish this game. Go to the website. What was the website again? I wrote it down.
Itch.io.
Yeah, go check it out.
Is it ITCH?
Is there a place to leave feedback and stuff? Then do that. Support this game. I love small game creators. Some of my favorite games are these little indie games. Ask Freak. I put stupid amounts of time into them. That was not consensual.
Oh, wow.
You see that? I stood right there and it just grabbed me. But yeah,
you're in the Evil Dead room.
So
feedback the game, support small creators.
So just exactly how many commandments does this game break? Because I done counted at least 8.
All 11.
I was
11,
12. All of them.
This might be all of the Old Testament right here, but go ahead.
There we go. Say, Goob, what would you like to say before we head out, buddy?
Do what you love, as long as it's legal.
Sounds like a good one. And EBTCH, what would you like to say before we head out?
All right, I'm going with my usual be nice to people, but also support artists, support your friends, and get this game. October 10th, put it on your wish list.
Indeed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is my man Chad, all the way from Australia, and I want you guys to keep your eyes and your ears open for End of Ember coming soon. We will definitely let you know if there's anything new and stuff like that.
But we're not going to stop talking about
it. We won't stop talking about it. But thank you again for coming tonight. Remember to always bring a friend. Tell them about Powers Up International. And when you do talk to that friend, make sure you give them some love.
Gotta love
Indeed.
the recoil.
Oh yeah, it's easy to keep everybody happy in here. All right, so everybody have a good night. We will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. We love y'all. Be easy.
Bye.
Perfect.